Good morning. It is Tuesday, March 24th. Today is week 2, day 6 of our online learning experience. Let's get started. All right. So before I go any further, I want to show you an announcement Mrs. Cooper posted on Friday. So here she talks about, first off, we're really proud of you. We realize that this is really difficult. This is something that really no one's done before. So we appreciate your flexibility and your patience. But she does make some really good points about setting up a routine for yourself so you can be successful. And these are tips that I can use too. So the first one's about going to sleep and maintaining a somewhat standard sleeping schedule. So going to sleep at a decent hour, waking up at a decent hour. This is going to help you use the day effectively. It's also going to help you get help effectively. Mrs. Cooper and I will be available to you during school hours. So if you're sleeping in really late and then waking up and then doing your work at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, we're not as available on email at that time as we are at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Try to complete your work daily so that it doesn't pile up. This is really important. The more it piles up, the more confusing it's going to be for you and for us to try to help you catch up. Make a schedule, make checklists. This will help you see what you actually have to do. Sometimes I think I don't have a lot of work, but then when I actually make my checklist, I realize I do. And then I have to give myself more time than I thought I needed. Would also use the checklist to cross things off and take breaks. So what I do during the day is I have a big list of all the things I need to do, like make this video, do grading. And as I complete each one, I check it off and then I take a short break and I'll get up, I'll talk to my husband, I'll get a snack, do something to break up the work. And then using a timer and setting alarms. I do this a lot when I take a break because sometimes I'll take a break for a lot longer than I really mean to. So if I'm going to take a lunch break, I just put a timer on for a half an hour. And then when the timer goes off, I know I need to go back to work. So I just want to show you that because it's very helpful. If you're having trouble managing your time, also please reach out to us. We can help. Yesterday we asked this question about what you're doing for your mental health. I wanted to show you some of the answers. So a lot of people are spending time outside, walk, sports, bike. A lot of people are video chatting or FaceTiming with friends, talking to friends and family on the phone, spending time with siblings and parents. Here we had similar outdoors. We had somebody who's drawing and painting, spending time with siblings. So this is period 2. This was period 5. My bad, meant to say that. FaceTiming again, playing an instrument, learning. This is cool. Interested in what it is. Now, I'm really proud of you because you need something to do to make sure you keep your spirits up. Here, this is interesting because today, I'm so excited. I'm launching live office hours. So today, if you need help with anything, you can join live office hours on Zoom. So you would just click this link anytime between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. It doesn't have to be at 10. It could be at 11. It could be 11:15, whatever time, as long as it's not after 12. And when you click on it, it should bring you to a screen like this, and you would type in your name. This should be filled out for you when you click the link, but you type your name and then you join. And if you really don't want your video, you can turn it off, or you can have your video and we can talk. I can also help you, like share my screen with you, show you how to do something. So if you're confused about anything, come to the office hours. It's going to be great. I hope somebody comes. Okay. Today's work. Watch this video, log into No Red Ink, click on the guided draft. Get excited. So today, let's look at this again. Oops, I think I did the wrong thing. I want to be as a student. Okay, so this is what once you log into No Red Ink, your account should look something like this, right? And you want to make sure that you're in the right class. Let's pick period 2. All right. For this class, you should have 2 assignments. First, very quickly, I'm going to show you. This was yesterday's assignment. Some of you need to complete it. So there were 6 topics that you needed to do. In the video, I showed you just the beginning, and then I said you have to finish. So you need all of your topics to look like this with the green badge and the check mark. Otherwise, you're not getting full credit. So right now, if I was a student in my own class, I'd be getting a 17%. Ugh. I need to make this one green. I need to do this one and make it green, and this one, and this one, and this one. So you're not done after one topic. You need to do all of the topics and make sure this says 100%. Now, let me show you. So this is what it looks like for me as a teacher. When I go into grade you, I have all of these topics here. And then it's going to show me who has done each one. So your names are hidden. They're over here. So here's all people's names. And then when I scroll down, I can see which ones you've done. And if they're green, that means 100. So 100, 100, 100. This person started, but they didn't finish any. This person did most of them, but some of them they only got to level 1 and level 1 on these 2 topics. So this is the grade that goes in the grade book because they didn't finish all the topics. So just make sure you finish all the topics because you should be able to get 100 as long as you just put the practice in. All right, now, today we're going to start our essay. Today's essay is about Romeo and Juliet. When you go here, let's make sure I'm in the right class. It is called Romeo and Juliet, Argumentative Essay, Who is to Blame? Okay, 100 points, guided draft. It's due next week. Today, you're just doing the introduction. So, an argumentative essay. A strong argument can help you convince others to change their minds and take action on issues you care about. To develop a strong argument, you need to express your opinions clearly and back them up with evidence and reasoning. Oh, tell me more. Writers use argumentative essays to convince readers of their opinions. An argumentative essay is more effective if it's well organized. You're going to start with the introduction. You're going to have one body paragraph and a conclusion. We're going to make this a quick essay. In the introduction, you need to grab the reader's attention and state the opinion or the thesis. You should leave it up for debate, and we'll talk about that. I'm going to skip now. So what's next is the body paragraphs, but we're going to do the body paragraphs tomorrow. And then we're going to do the conclusion paragraph on Thursday. So I'm going to skip now. You have to click through, I'm sorry. Okay, here you go. Let's read the prompt. The prompt for this essay, Romeo and Juliet, is an iconic story about the loss of innocent lives. Many characters could have been the cause of this tragedy. Who do you think is most responsible for the deaths of Romeo and Juliet? Choose one character from this list. Romeo, Juliet, Friar Lawrence, the nurse, Capulet, Lady Capulet. Capulet and Lady Capulet, Juliet's parents. Okay, so I only need to choose one character. I need to just do my title, my introduction. All right, so the title, you're just going to type something. It doesn't have to be crazy and witty. All right, the introduction. Now, the nice thing about No Red Ink is it's going to give you little tutorials and examples of how you could do the introduction. So you need a hook. You can open it with an attention-grabbing statement. Let's look at an example. So Teenagers shuffle into their first class of the day, yawning and rubbing their eyes. This is like a narrative. Example 2. Dogs rule in an endless cats versus dogs debate, at least according to a 2017 study that reported almost twice as many dog owners as cat owners in the United States. So they start with a fact. Other examples of hooks that you could use a quote. Maybe you want to use a quote about the power of love, or maybe you want to use a quote about being a guide to young people because you decided that Friar Lawrence is to blame and you think he wasn't a very good role model. So you're going to put your hook there. And again, your hook can be something that would grab the reader's attention. And so we said it could be a fact, could be a quote, could be a narrative sentence. So first, I'll pretend I'm typing my hook here. Hook could be a quote about the topic, which is blame, role models, etc. Hook could be a fact. Hook could be a hypothetical question, etc. Now I'm typing this here as an example for what you could use, but you would type your hook here. Then you need a bridge. The bridge transitions the reader from the hook to the specific argument in the statement. So let's say that I use a quote. So I decided that I'm going to use, or you know what, I'm going to use a hypothetical question. So my hook is, how old does someone have to be held responsible for their actions? Are teenagers to blame for making rash or quick decisions? Okay, there is my hook. Now I need a bridge. I need to transition to my thesis statement. This question is explored in the play Romeo and Juliet. Oh, wait, Romeo and Juliet. It's a title. By William Shakespeare. If you use a quote, you could use my sentence, just put quote. Okay. The last but not least is the thesis statement. So here I need to state my answer to the question. And remember, the question's up here. Who do you think is most responsible for the deaths of Romeo and Juliet? In the play, Romeo and Juliet, blank is most responsible for the deaths of Romeo and Juliet. And I'm going to fill in this blank with whoever I think. Friar Lawrence, the nurse, Capulet, Juliet, Romeo, whoever I think. Good luck. Today, that's all you have to do. Make sure that you are writing your own words, using your own words. You can use the sentence frame for the thesis. And tomorrow we'll start with the bodies. Good luck. Office hours, 10 to 12.